70% of the household water budget is spent in the landscape.
People are saying, do I need to devote this much space to lawn? And they're saying no. There are a variety of other interesting options.
We want our community to start thinking carefully about how do they landscape, how do they water, and how can they use water more efficiently on the outdoor landscaping.
The nice thing about, doing a desert garden is that there are so many different deserts to choose from. And as long as the plants are drought tolerant and have those same kind of, use requirements, climatic requirements, then they all coexist very well.
So we're getting the end of the time when we can actually build our way into a water supply. We have to start conserving to make sure the water we do have goes as far as it possibly can.
I'm here in University Heights in San Diego, uptown San Diego, in fact, a very urbanized area. I'm looking at a very native plant here. This is Toyon, the Christmas berry. And in fact, this is a landscape that is really helping to transform the concept of landscaping for San Diego. And right here, the owner of this property, Brad Snyder, congratulations. This is gorgeous. All the plant material you have.
Thank you, Julian. Welcome.
I mean, I've seen some of my favorite plants just in the few steps that I've made right across the front of your property here. This is not a large garden, but it's a wonderful garden for drought tolerance, huh?
Yeah, we moved here in 1990, 4,700 square foot lot with a 1,400 square foot house.
So that leaves you about what for your garden space here? How many square feet do you have?
About 2,000 square feet, right.
But boy, the things you have packed in here. And everywhere I look, there's something. Like you've got, now this I know is a good plant that a lot of people should be growing, and a good salvia, maybe leucantha here. I know we have that at Quail Botanical Gardens. It looks a lot like that too. Nice and fuzzy purple flowers on it. Well, I'm dying to see more.
We've planted fairly intensively, as you're going to see, to try to cut down the level of heat in the summertime. But as you know, we have this beautiful ocean breeze, and we have no air conditioning, and it's because of the trees that we're able to keep it nice and cool.
Brad, this is a beautiful acacia here. Which one is this?
This is a willow acacia. It's one of the reasons why we planted it is not just because of the sculptural nature of the tree, but also it really provides a blockage of the heat in the summertime, and that's why we've planted a density around the house to keep it cool.
Your air conditioning here, I think it's a gorgeous tree here. I love this banding and the bark color, that gray texture contrasted with the green here. Yeah. You got to show me some more.
Yeah, okay. Just walk this way. Absolutely.
Brad, your garden is an award-winning garden, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, we won for the City of San Diego a drought-tolerant garden contest that they had, and it's California Friendly Landscape is what it was called.
Well, a good idea, certainly, and congratulations. But who would expect to find orchids in a drought-tolerant garden here? And look at the variety of things you've got here. Now, this is, I think it's an epidendrum, is that right? But it's drought tolerant?
Absolutely, yeah. Let me invite you into the back here.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get in here, in fact. Oh, look at this here. Look at the gorgeous, again, the selection of plants. Now, you've got a staghorn fern here. Again, how can staghorn ferns, some ferns are going to be drought tolerant?
Yeah, very little water usage. It basically takes the moisture off the air, and I maybe water once a week. In fact, most of the garden is watered once a week, and some hand watering with little buckets.
This is a great selection of plant material, yeah, and you've got a lot of not just what I'd call xerophytic plant material. You've got a very, almost tropical California feel to your garden here, don't you? Right, exactly. And look at the variety of things. Say, columnar cactus coming up through other shrubbery here. How nicely it all blends. What is this,
Italian stone pine.
A stone pine here. Now this is going to be a big, I guess you do some pruning on this guy here too.
Absolutely. Every winter we do real intensive prune to keep everything in
check here,
kept in check. And then this is more of a homage to the idea of a fountain.
It looks like kind of a basin for a fountain here.
Yeah, so we've got all the old adobe bricks from my friends at Lake Hodges, and this in particular is a beautiful specimen that looks like a fountain and actually blooms in the springtime.
This is one of the aloes, right?
Correct.
Brad, with all the native plants here in the garden, it would seem that you've got an oasis for wildlife.
Our garden is registered with the National Wildlife Federation, and it is a native backyard habitat. We are on the flyby from Mexico all the way up to the north, so we get a huge variety of birds, particularly in the winter and springtime. And because of the density of the planting, birds like to have places to hide and nest and so on. And so we keep it fairly dense, not just trimmed out for our own pleasure, but for the animals' pleasure as well. And because of our location on the canyons and so on, this is an ideal place to watch wildlife.
Also, the effect that you must be having now, you've been gardening here for how many years?
16 years.
How about the neighbor? I mean, you've been doing this for a while. Have you seen the neighborhood kind of transform?
You know, we have. There has been an elimination of lawn progressively throughout University Heights and Hillcrest and Mission Hills and North Park and South Park. Some of these small communities with these small lots, people are saying, do I need to devote this much space to lawn? And they're saying no. There are a variety of other interesting options.
All right. You've got a few blades of grass here. I guess that's Phil's fits in of it.
Yeah, about 10 square feet.
That's a good lawn size. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. It's good to have you here.
Landscape is like the new frontier to us. It is our new challenge. One thing about our conservation program is we've put a lot of fixtures in the home to conserve water, and every time they're used, that water is conserved. I think now what we're looking at is moving outdoors into outdoor landscaping to conserve this water. There is a huge opportunity for conservation in San Diego County by more efficient use of water on our outdoor landscaping.
This big pipe here represents the end of the line for all the water that's imported here to San Diego County. Today I'm visiting the Water Conservation Garden where they have over a dozen different examples of lots of things we should be doing in our landscapes to conserve water.
Well, hello, Julian.
Well, hi, Marty. Look at here. Huh? This is outdoors, indoors. It looks a lot the same here. This is really incredible here. This is outdoor living in California here, right? But
it is. It's called the retrofit house, but actually it's more of a retrofitted yard, actually.
I see.
And this is the before. This is your typical San Diego backyard. Our visitors who come here, the most common comment is, oh, that looks exactly like my yard.
I was going to say the same thing, actually. Right. Yeah, the typical challenged lawn to try to maintain here. I like your sculpture there, too, the fellow that's laboring over the lawnmower here, trying to get his work done here. Right, yeah, and it doesn't even look very interesting, but this is what you start with, and what you're trying to encourage people to do is to make a transition here, right?
Something a little different that uses quite a bit less water. That uses about 28,000 gallons a year.
28,000 gallons of water in that space.
As opposed to 6, which is this one.
And this one looks so much better.
You want to come on inside?
Well, we can do that. We can actually enter the space here. Enjoy. Well, first off, I'm noticing, Marty, you've got some lawn here already. You've got some.
Well, we do have some lawn, and that's because in a water-wise garden, it's fine to have a bit of lawn. Your kids might want it, your pets might want it, but the whole thing is, it doesn't need to be the default position.
Right, and so much less water use in this space. And look at how beautiful it is here, though, rather than just to fill it in with lawn and pour a bunch of water on it. So many interesting shrubs here. There's so much more texture. There's even color in this garden here. Yet, that was 28,000 gallons of water annually, and this is 6. Oh, hey, can we sit? This is really an attractive space here. Can we actually sit here for a moment here?
Certainly.
I mean, this is kind of why you have an outdoor space like this, right? So you can enjoy it, be a little closer to nature maybe, and boy, you've got some beverage here. May I?
And drink a little water
even. Water. Well, I tell you, I think that's, I will enjoy a little bit of water here, and thinking about 6,000 is a lot better than 28,000 gallons of water here. Congratulations, Marty. That's a good choice.